Let's try again for quadratic inequalities with a slightly more complicated inequality, but it's the same method, okay? So what we're going to do is first we're going to look at this and say, hey, there's something on the right-hand side of the inequality as well that is not 0. So I'm going to move everything to the left-hand side. Minus 4x plus 4x minus 3 is greater than 0. On the left-hand side, we get this, minus 2x minus 3 is greater than 0. And again, step 1, what I'm going to do is we're going to say, hang on, where's my jewel? Okay, so step 1, I'm going to just graph the inequality, the quadratic part. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to say, well, x squared minus 2x minus 3, if I factorize it, it's going to be x and x. This is 1 and this is 3. I want to minus 3 and plus 1. All right, so what this means the graph looks like, it's going to pass at positive 3 and negative 1. And then I can see that it's a positive x squared, so it's a happy face going through these two. Now looking at this part, which is where I rearranged here into here, looking at this part, I'm saying, well, I want this inequality, I want this quadratic to be greater than 0. Okay, so it's greater than 0 because, so step 2, look at the inequality sign. Okay, and I want when the quadratic is greater than 0. When it's greater than 0, what this means is I want it when it's above the x-axis. And where is above the x-axis? Well, that's the part when the whole quadratic is above the x-axis. In other words, this part of the quadratic is above the x-axis, and this part of the quadratic is above the x-axis. So if you look at it, what does that mean? That means I want when x is less than this, and I want when x is greater than this part. So therefore, what's the solution? Is x is less than negative 1, and x is greater than 3. And that is the solution to this quadratic inequality.